Good morning, people of Midlothian and beyond. For our March Trekker walk, we're going to be meeting here in Bonaly Country Park car park for a 6-mile walk around the 3 reservoirs of Bonaly Park. We'll be meeting on Wednesday, the 26th of March, 10 AM in the car park, and we'll head round on that 6-mile little trek. So let's go and have a little look at what wonders you can see on the day. Now, as we come into the car park, there's a little path that we would have followed, but it's been closed off just now because it looks like they've planted a lot of trees down there. So we've just come up the hill a wee bit. But you do get some great views even from here. We've not went up much higher. Across Edinburgh, there's Christorfen Hill over there. And Arthur's Seat. And the castle over into Fife. And down here, or across there, you've got the alpacas, where you can come along and go for walks with the alpacas. And before you know it, we get to Torduff Reservoir. And this is another dam where you can see the Earth Dam and how it's been built from down here. The outlet's just down there. And again, Arthur's Seat over there. So you can fish in Torduff Reservoir. You need a permit, join the club. I think, like Glencorse, I think it's April to October, the fishing season. But it is a nice little reservoir nestled into the hills. On our last walk, when we went round Bonaly Reservoir, and I've pointed down and said the Torduff Reservoir down there, you can't see it, so that's why you couldn't see it. It just nestles down into the hills in this little valley created by the Ice Age down here. So we're going to head up round the side and over to Clubbydene Reservoir. Bonaly Country Park is still part of the Pentland Hills Regional Park. So it's a park within a park, like a Russian doll. So there we go, Torduff Reservoir. It's nestled in this valley here. As I said in the last video, if you watched that when we were at Bonaly, created as the ice retreated way back in the Ice Age to create that valley there. And now we head on to Clubby Reservoir. And again, you can see the dam here, and the overflow, if you like, down here. And there's the exit, the water coming out and flowing down into Torduff Reservoir underneath the big electricity pylon. Don't know if you can hear it, it's crackling. Gotta get out of here before my hair stands up. Here's the little cafe, shut at the moment. And there you have the much smaller Clubby Reservoir, the fishing boats there. So if you're coming along in the walk, what do you need to bring? Well, Scotland, waterproofs are always a good idea. So waterproofs, decent walking shoes. We'll be walking over different terrain, mud, stone, tarmac, grass paths, and depending on the weather on day, of course, depends on how those paths are. Could be cold, so some gloves and a hat and a scarf. Bring some water to keep you hydrated, and bring a few snacks in case you need some energy on the way round. We don't stop for lunch or anything, we just keep walking, but you can eat as you walk. And that's it really, so it's 6 miles. There are a few little inclines as we go round, and as I said, we will end up, we're going to go up and just past those trees. There's other trees at the top there, that's Bonaly Reservoir up there. We're going to walk along Bonaly and then come back down again, back to the car park. So it's a nice little walk. Part of it we did last time when we did the Flotterstone to Bonaly Reservoir, and we'll do that again as we walk across the top there. But it's a lovely little walk, nice views between the two dams and the two reservoirs, apart from the electricity pylons. Yeah, fingers crossed it's a nice day. Stuart and I think the last Wednesday of the month is jinxed, because it always seems to be raining, or even when I come out and do these it's jinxed. Well, today's not too bad, it is going to rain I think. But if you look down there in Edinburgh, look at the sun shining on Edinburgh. Or is that Leith? Sunshine on Leith. Could write a song about that. Yeah, so tomorrow and the next day the sun is out, but I can't get here tomorrow or the next day, so I've got to do it today. But at least it's not raining yet. Fingers crossed I get all the way round without getting rained on. but it's just rain. If you're not used to it by now, if you've lived in Scotland all your life, well, oh, there's some ducks. Out for their early morning swim, although it's not that early. And as I said, you can fish in here. I think it's trout. Let's look at the sign. There's a sign over here. Yeah. There you go. By permit only, Clubby Dean Trout Fishery. Right, onward, we're going to go round Clubby Dean, then head up the way. Now it just dawned on me, I'm saying Clubby Dean Reservoir. Is that even how you say that? Club Dean. Clubby Dean. Club Dean. Club. Somebody can tell me. Being originally from Glasgow, we just say it as we see it, like such a whole street. If these sheep have special powers living under the big crackling masts. Now, after some consultation, Clubidian, that's how you say it properly, Clubidian Reservoir. Clubidine wasn't that far off. Now, if you watched the last video, you may remember me saying this. The video didn't work, and when I tried to download it, it went a bit pear-shaped. So we'll do that just now, because this is the perfect time of year, winter, to go here. Why pear-shaped, by the way? Why has the pear been labelled as the shape where everything goes wrong? You know, it's just a wee juicy bit of fruit. Why has it been victimised so for many years? Let's free the pear. Let's have banana shaped for a while, or raspberry shaped, strawberry shaped. Let's give the pear a wee rest. So after that, after making that video, I thought I'll go home and search that up, as the youth of today say. Then I forgot. And then on the actual walk, Al asked me if I'd got home and searched it. I'd totally forgotten about it. So after the walk, we both went home and had a look. And there was a few reasons or explanations of where it come from, but there wasn't one one definite, this is why people say things are gone pear-shaped, which I was annoyed about because I just like one reason. That's why it does that. So there's a few reasons, but my favourite was to do with RAF pilots back in the day before they were all computerised, and they'd be training to do a loop-the-loop. And what often happened at the beginning of the training is they'd start the loop, but then they'd tail off at the top and then back down again, making a pear shape. So the loop had gone pear-shaped, it had gone wrong. And yeah, I get that one. That's one of the reasons. If you want to know more, go look it up. Don't want to make it too easy for you. To ditch the fleece because it's roasting. It's like a mild spring day. See the Queensferry crossing there and the Forth Road Bridge and just in front of it, just about. So we're going to head up this path. We join on to the Maiden's Cleugh, a well travelled path on these videos. We'll head up the Maiden's Cleugh and then we'll head across round the side of this hill, and then those trees there, that's where Bonaly Reservoir is. We'll go along the trees like we did in the last video, and then we'll head back down to Bonaly Country Park Car Park. Over here, this area used to be the Millennium Rifle Range. If you look on maps you might still see it mentioned. And back in 1913, I think it was, a local chap wrote to the Minister of War, what a job, to complain that this was the rifle range, but these paths still existed and people would be walking across while the army were out shooting and practicing. And he also mentioned the fact that it can be very misty up here and there's not much you can see beyond a certain distance sometimes, and that it was dangerous for them to shoot guns when they don't know what's happening. This led obviously to the Glencore shooting range over the hill there and not too far away. So pre-1913 if you were walking about here, you had to have your wits about you. Snipers in the grass. Bit more peaceful nowadays. So as I said, we're heading up this way. Up there and across. And the mild spring day is disappearing fast. The fleece might be on again soon. Yes, the fleece is back on. Took off a different layer though. Layers. Ogres and onions. Anybody who's watched Shrek will know what I'm talking about. And here we go, we're going to go follow this path round here, but just so you can get your bearings, if you like. Here's the Maiden's Clue path that comes up to the fence here on the moor, and beyond it there you can see Glencorse Reservoir. So on our last walk we walked to here, then we headed over here. Now that's not to say on the day that we don't come the other way around. Today I've gone from the car park past the reservoirs and then up. We could also go up to Bonaly first, then come down this way. Who knows? Let's just hope it's a nice day, so we get some decent views. It's not too bad just now, but it's quite grey over that way. A bit nicer over there. But off we go to Bonaly Reservoir. Now when you cut across this way going to Bonaly, this path can be quite treacherous at places. If it's wet and it's been raining, it can get really muddy. Also, there are lots of little holes here and there that you need to look out for, because when it's really muddy you tend not to go on the main path and go to the side, but at the side that's where the little divots etc are, so don't hold a camera and talk to a camera while you're walking across here in the rain. Now the Trekker Walk is a more advanced walk, 6 miles. However, if you'd like to come out walking, we have lots of health walks across Midlothian at different levels. We have walk and talk, we have stroller striders, and we have the Trekker. So the Trekker's more advanced. We're out and about, up and down, a lot further. But the rest of the health walks, a health walk lasts roughly an hour in the local community or nearby. Get out, have a bit of exercise, chat to people, and then most of them stop at a cafe at the end for a wee cup of tea and maybe a cake. So they're good things to join in for. It's not just the walking, it's not just exercise, it's the mental health side of it and the social health side of it as well. It's all good for you to get out and chat to people. And from experience, when people are out walking, they'll chat away about things that are troubling them without even realising it, and feel a wee bit better at the end of the walk. So if you would like to know more about the local health walks, you can email me wellbeing@midlothian.gov.uk, or you can go on the website midlothian.gov.uk Council's website. Go to the Sport and Leisure page and you'll see the Wellbeing page link. Pop in there and you'll find all the information about health walks and many other things. Health walks, shibashi classes, aging well classes and activities, strength and balance sessions. There's lots of stuff for you to look through. Any questions, just email and we'll try and answer them. But as I said, Trekker Walk, a bit more advanced. It's a bit more tricky. Lots of different paths. That's why on the Trekker Walks you have to have a decent pair of walking shoes to deal with the different terrain we're walking along. And you have to have a certain level of fitness because it is longer. And as you've seen today, sometimes we're going up. They're not steep hills, but they're constant. So it takes a wee bit of puff sometimes. And the pace is a wee bit faster on a health walk. But we can stop for rests if needed. Right, we're nearly there, just over the brow of this wee hill here. And we'll see the trees that surround the Bonaly Reservoir. And actually, when I was walking across here in that last video when it was raining and blowing a gale, you couldn't really see down here, but you can, between those trees there, you can see Clebidian Reservoir just there. So we've come through that way, Tordorf Reservoir, Clebidian Reservoir, we've come across, we've come up, and we're now here. Now we're going over here where the trees are. We're going to go round the back again like we did last time. But it is great to be out in the fresh air of nature. Great if you've got pals, unlike me walking about here on my own. We shall head round the path here and then we'll nip in and have a wee wander up to Bonaly Reservoir quickly. Get it from a different angle. I'm always at the other side, so we'll get it what it looks like from this side. And then you go to Bonaly Reservoir, we're usually over that side in all the videos I've done so far, walking past. The only reservoir in the Pentland Hills not owned by Scottish Water. It's owned by Edinburgh Council, and it no longer feeds water to the city of Edinburgh. It's basically just a wildlife sanctuary at the moment. Very calm and peaceful. And of course we've got the woods here. I can't go past the woods without going into the woods, although it may get quite dark. Because it's always fun. Just the ambience of being in the woods. Hopefully I'm not in for a big surprise. peaceful. Now, we're not coming here on the walk. That's just me. Back to where we're supposed to be. Now here's another top tip. These routes that you see on the ground when you're walking, if it's a wet day, a lot of people tend to, for some reason, aim for them. If it's wet or they're wet, don't, because they are very slippy and you can just go sideways very quickly when you stand on them. So try and avoid them when you're walking. They get very slippy. And back to where we were going. So today you can see after last time we were here, it was too cloudy and misty and wet and windy. And actually last time, on the walk, it was snowing as well. So it was all happening last month. Maybe it'll all be happening this month. Who knows what's going to happen on the last Wednesday of the month. And on our last walk, we headed through this gate, up that way, onto the Phantom's Clue and back down to Flotterston. Today, we're going this way, back down to the car park. So we're still in Bonaly Country Park, which is still in Pentland Hills Regional Park. And like I say, we may come up this way first and then head over that way, or go the way I went. Who knows? It's good exercise. Either way, you've got to have to come up before you go down. That is the rule. So come along and join us on Wednesday, 26th of March, 10 AM, meet in Bonaly Country Park car park. 6 mile walk round past the reservoirs in Bonaly Park. Stuart and myself will hopefully see you there.